Hi, this is Mike Ritz from Team Starfish Racing, and we're here again with our 1966 Plymouth Barracuda Formula S vintage racer. This is a vintage road racer, not a drag racer, so we definitely need to have some brakes, and that's what we're going to talk about today. There are several things that apply to a vintage race car and brakes, and one of them is you pretty much have to have whatever style brakes were on the car originally have to still be on the car. And here we've got front rotors. You can see they're not drilled, they're not slotted, they're a solid vented rotor as original. These are a little bit larger than stock though. They're Chrysler Cordoba parts on late A-body spindles and upper control arms. That's a pretty standard upgrade. Our very first vintage race, we actually had the stock Kelsey Hayes 4-piston calipers on there and the early A-body stock original spindles, and we actually broke both ball joints in our very first race. So we switched over to the later A-body stuff. It's a lot stronger, definitely a recommended safety upgrade. You can see we do have forced air cooling for the brakes that comes in here from the front bumper area, and it supplies air to the center of the rotor, which then exits out through the vanes, gives us a little bit extra cooling. And while we're here, we'll take a look at the shock absorbers, which are the original Coney 3-way adjustable competition shocks. And one question you might have is, well, gee, how long do the front rotors last in a competition situation? And the answer is usually around 3 weekends, and you wind up with rotors that look like this one here we just removed off the car. And I don't know how well you can see it, but they're actually little micro fractures, little cracks that go all the way around the rotor. And these aren't really too much of a problem until they get larger. These small cracks become large cracks, and eventually you wind up with a cracked rotor, and you can definitely feel that in the car. So about every 2 or 3 weekends we actually pull the rotors off the car and put new rotors on. We've got an issue coming up now because these nice Canadian-made Rebestis rotors are no longer made in North America. They're made in China, and we have to make a decision on what we're going to do for brakes because we can no longer get the good North American stuff. And I'm not sure if I want to trust a 3,000-pound car going down the track at 140 miles an hour with Chinese front rotors. So we're probably going to work with Tim Herron and move over to a Hatton rotor system. So now we're going to run back here and we're going to take a look at the rear brakes. Rear brakes, once again, per the vintage rules, are the original as-built drums. They're a little bit larger than stock. We've actually got Dodge van type 10 by 2.5 inch rear shoes on here, and the drum is a Dodge van or Dodge pickup truck style finned drum. A little more robust than stock, but still drum. Still drum equipped car with a smaller than stock wheel cylinder to basically give us the brake bias that we need. You can see here the rear shock is also the original 3-way adjustable Coneys, and our rear springs are the stock Formula S springs that came on the car. I had them rebuilt, I had them de-arched, I had them put an extra leaf in the whole length, so they went from 5 leaf to 6 leaf, and then in front I actually added an extra half a leaf, so they're actually 7 leaves in front, and you can see that I clamped them to make the front half seem like a traction bar, and it eliminated any wheel hop issues that we had. One other modification that we've done is you can actually see right here there's a vent tube that takes air from underneath the car and force feeds it into this center area. There's a little slot right here that the air comes in, and then the air exits out over the brake shoes, and basically it's the gap between the backing plate and the drum that fits over the shoes. So that gives us a little bit extra cooling. So there you have it. There's the Team Starfish brakes. And next time we'll cover a different aspect of the car. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.